Hello there, ladies, gentlemen, people from all over the world. I am in medieval Bohemia. I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on PlayStation 5. It is launch day today. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I even splurged and got the gold edition, because the roadmap DLC so far looks pretty bloody good. So, it was only a few extra quid, and I work hard, I deserve a treat. I always said that the original Kingdom Come Deliverance was like the ultimate example of so close and yet so far. I still maintain it had some amazing ideas. It really was kind of ahead of its time in a way. It wasn't quite there yet. The combat system was incredibly clunky, and while I can see what they were trying to do with the idea that you start off as this medieval peasant who doesn't know his arse from his elbow, yes, it was very realistic, but there's a problem with that.
It's just you.
Like, realism is fucking boring. Reality is not fun. That's why we have video games, to get away from it. Okay? If I had to put up with reality all day, every day with no escape, I'd blow my fucking brains out. I can barely tolerate the 8 hours of work as it is. Like, this is the only reason I keep coming back, so I can afford shiny shit like this to distract me from how utterly fucking pointless life is. So, the idea of starting as this absolutely talentless loser with no skills, no fighting capabilities, I see what they were going for, and once you get the hang of the original game, it does level out, and you do start getting to the point where your character is capable. The problem is, you've got about 30 or 40 hours of playing as a 10-thumb talentless tosspot to get that bloody far, which just isn't a lot of fun. Like, I'm currently wandering through the woods, enjoying the scenery. There is every possibility I will get absolutely ass-rammed by bandits at any moment. Now, because the combat system is a little more refined this time out, and more to the point, Henry is not a complete loser this time. He actually has some sort of experience. He can read by default now. You don't have to go and learn. There's a chance I might be able to handle one or two opponents. Now, if it absolutely ganks me with 5 guys out of nowhere, then I'm fucked. That's just the nature of getting ganked by 5 guys. But in the original, it's like even a one-on-one fight, you were pretty much gonna lose it. And you had no armor, you had a shit weapon, you started off completely on the back heel, and it just wasn't very fun. It just took way too long to get going. That's it. Once it got going, fantastic game. But it's a similar situation to Final Fantasy 13 in a way. I can see what Final Fantasy 13 was going for with its main plot. The idea that, you're on the run, therefore, the game is going to be linear because the characters have no freedoms, so therefore the player should have no freedoms so they can empathize with the characters. The problem with that is that it's not a fucking good idea for a game. For a movie, fantastic. For a game, it just doesn't work. Especially not one in a series where we've always had explorative freedom. Especially not when you're hot on the heels of one of the biggest MMOs of all time. And that was Final Fantasy XI, by the way. It's obviously gotten much better now with Final Fantasy XIV, which I will be back on shortly. But so far, this game, don't get me wrong, it is trying to pull a lot of the same tricks again, for better and worse. Like, for example, I'm not going to spoil it, but due to an injury, Henry is de-leveled. He basically pulls a Samus Aran and loses all of his skills and equipment at the start of the new game, so you don't steamroll through it with the ridiculously overpowered equipment you should, by all logic, have from the original game. That's fair, I guess. So you do get the experience of building your character up again, but he's not a complete fucking douche by default. He's not completely worthless. I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. You know what? Let's check the map and see where the fuck I am and where I'm supposed to go, because I, honest to Christ, have no idea. Oh, apparently literally any direction other than this. Off to a flying start. Right, apparently we're going this way. So anyway, as I was saying, I have a sword. It's not a good sword. It's hardly a legendary weapon. Although having said that, I think gaming has kind of ruined me a little bit. That and being an actual real-life swordsman with trophies to my name. Because Henry's primary motivation through the series so far is to be recovering his father's lost sword. Yeah, the last sword they ever forged together, you know, so that his dad's spirit can rest in peace. I mean, first of all, I mock religion openly, therefore the whole rest in peace thing is never going to sit well with me. I've been dead, there was nothing peaceful about it. Secondly, I mean, it's a nice sword, it had some nice engraving on the crossguard and stuff, but like, even Sir Radzig in the original game is, as Yahtzee points out in his original review of Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's just like, dude, I've got swords, I don't really need that one. It's like, it's a nice sword, don't get me wrong, but it's like, honestly, mate, I don't fucking care. And it's like, when everyone is pointing out how bloody idiotic this quest is, it's like, kind of difficult for me to get invested in it too. And there's also the fact that like, you're asking me to put that sword in this legendary status, and I'm sorry, but I've been a gamer for a long time. I've wielded Buster Swords, lightsabers, the Master Sword, all three of which I own in real life, by the way. Like, you're asking me to put this on the same level as, like, I don't know, Frostborn, you know? The Masamune. Like, there are some fucking cool swords in video games, and it's like, that's just not one of them. It's as simple as that. Nice sword, well designed, probably very historically accurate. You know, like if I saw a decent replica of it at like Comic-Con or something at a reasonable price, I might take a punt on it. But it's like, I'm not gonna be sitting here, you know, looking at my wage packet in a few weeks thinking, you know what I really need in my life? The Kingdom Come Deliverance sword. It's like, I'm not going to go looking for it. It's like, if it shows up, I'll think about it. But so I just can't take the main quest very seriously, because I just don't give a crap about this sword. You know? And maybe I don't really give a crap about Henry's family either, because, well, that's more a me problem. I will admit that due to my own family life being a complete travesty and my childhood being an absolute joke, anytime the plot hinges on, you know, the love of family, it's like, nope, I'm out. I can't relate to this character at all. Again, I'm aware that's a me problem. I'm not the normal people that these games are advertised to. I'm aware of this. But you see my problem, though, is that like the main plot just doesn't really sit well. But so far the sequel's doing a better job. I mean, the long and the short of it is we went on a mission, everything went tits up, and now we've got to fix it. That's really all I can say without going into spoiler territory.
Sigismund is 1,000 times better than Wenceslas ever was. I hear he's settled in Kuttenberg, and they can't praise him high enough in the city. He kicked out all the dishonest officials and got rid of all the murderers and thieves. And they say they now mine silver so fast they started paving the streets with it. That would never have happened under Wenceslas, I tell you. He didn't look after the kingdom at all. We should all thank God he's finally sent us a good ruler, just as good as his father, Charles.
That right there is another problem with the series, is that you're asking me to side with King Wenceslas, but even the original game's intro makes it painfully apparent that he's a complete tosser, that he's a spoiled brat, entitled king, and completely fucked up the country. And like, I'm sitting there going, "Can I join the other side, please?" I mean, yes, Sigismund is, essentially invading the country with an army and pillaging towns, which is not good, but it's he's at least getting shit done. It's like, I think in the grand scheme of things, this game could have used a sort of Skyrim style choice system. Like, do you side with the rebels or the guards? Who the fuck sides with the guards? They were going to cut your head off 2 minutes into the game. The random cabbage there. Why is there a cabbage? This isn't a trap, is it? Or at bare minimum, it's not going to be one of those cases. Hang on. Camp here. Maybe that explains the cabbage. Oh, there's a camp here, but there's nothing worth nicking. Okay. Only food in the pot. Rip off. Anyway, so that's the same. The idea that you're supposed to side with, supposed good King Wenceslaus is kind of laughable when the entire country is talking about what a lazy, useless gobshite he is. It's just like, yeah, okay. That, and much like religion, I openly mock the monarchy. Like, I don't care for kings and whatnot. Like, maybe if you're like the kings of old and you're leading the troops into battle, like in full plate armor with a sword and, being an inspirational presence, then yeah, maybe I can get behind that. But our current king in England, there's really no polite way of me saying this. He's a spoiled old man with more money than anyone could ever conceivably need, who offers absolutely fucking nothing. And like the defenders of the monarchy here in the UK are always banging on, oh, you don't understand, they bring in a lot of tourism money. Like, you know what else would bring in tourism money? A big fucking statue. A one-off expense. You just build the fucking thing, you put a website up for it, if you really must. Why do I keep finding cabbages? And then that's it. Transaction over. You don't have to keep giving them millions of pounds of taxpayers' money every fucking year. Just sit and wave from carriages and make fancy speeches just because they're a relic of a bygone era that humanity has long since evolved beyond. Seriously, what's with the cabbages? I'm following a trail of cabbages here. I'd be more tempted to follow a trail of leeks. At least that way there's a remote possibility you might find Hatsune Miku at the end of it, just for shits and giggles. I'm sure someone's already modded that into the original game. But, so yeah, it's like, I do have a few issues with the setup, but the gameplay itself is fine. I appear to be following this wagon. That may be what's dropping the cabbages. So if I follow it constantly, is it just going to keep dropping random cabbages? Also, what the hell?
Now you're gonna get it! I'll be done with you in a flash.
Am I supposed to join in?
You out nicely.
You're up. To me. Get
So,
him from behind. Slice him up. Nice.
Pray, you bastard.
You're no match for us, fucker.
Out of the gate! My God!
You think you're going, fuckface? I'm not finished with you.
Fuck this!
Pussy. Can I steal this guy's shit? I can absolutely steal all this guy's shit. And his shield. And his sword. A highly profitable venture. Although I suspect he was actually Dom's. may have fucked up. I think I accidentally killed a cop. This is what I get when I don't pay attention. Oh, bollocks. Oh, I'm only a couple of hours into the game and I've killed a cop. Fucking fantastic. Although, I mean, I got some pretty dope gear out of it. So, ultimately worth it?
The weather's completely crazy this year.
It don't seem no different to me.
It changes faster than my old woman's moods, though. It rains for a while, then it's hot as hell, and then it's pissing down
The
again.
question is, who's that guy up there? Is he another cop? Is he going to attack me if I keep going this way?
Last year, 2 of my sheep died on account of it.
Could you have brought them a little cold water?
Of course I brought them some, but they didn't drink it.
Or is he just some dude?
I built them a shelter in the valley. But when it started to rain, they could
He is apparently just some dude.
Fuck. I'll never leave the house again. You'll see. Thank you very much.
Ah, don't mention it. I'm just glad you're all right.
All thanks to you. Here. This is for you. It's not much, I know. But I wouldn't want you to leave empty-handed. And thank you again.
What for? I mean, I'm not complaining. 40 quid is 40 quid, but...
Hey, fellow! We're an honest lot.
God be with you.
I do like that you can randomly greet people like that. That's a neat little feature. Can I at least wash the crap off this armor? I mean... No, it specifically has to be a trough. You can't just walk into a lake to clean armor. Right, good to know. So there we go. We followed a trail of cabbages, we insulted the monarchy, we killed a cop, and we stole his armor. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, is that a good start to the game, or am I going to be in serious trouble the next time I show up in town in blood-spattered cop armor? I don't know. More importantly, why the hell was that guy attacking the car? Like, the thief I understand, but what was going on? I'm going to have to review the footage on this one when I upload it and try to figure out what the fuck happened. But anyway, that's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I mean, I've had worse starts to these games. At the end of the day, I did get some free gear out of it. It's not currently showing as stolen, so... yeah, I think we're good. That's chainmail gauntlets and a decent brigantine. That's not actually a bad start. Okay. Alright, well, there you go. There's a top tip for starting the game. Follow the cabbages. What the hell has my life become? How did I get to this point? I was just wandering in the woods. I followed a trail of cabbages thinking maybe that Hatsune Miku was put in the game for reasons utterly unknown, or maybe the cabbage guy from Avatar. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I was fully expecting that. When I saw that wagon was being attacked, I fully expected one of them to shout, "My cabbages!" Why didn't that happen? I assume it's a licensing issue, but wouldn't it be much more fun if shit like that could just happen without the lawyers saying so? So, anyway, here we go. Free armor, cabbages, and some nonsense. Not a bad start to the evening, I guess. I'm going to go see what other mayhem I can cause.